Hey guys, welcome to Reality with Kiki. I am your host Kiki, and on this channel, we discuss reality TV, celebrity gossip, and viral topics. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like our content. You can also follow us on our Facebook page where we further the discussion. A link will be in the bio and in the description box below. All right, so let's get started. Life after lockup. So this episode starts off with Sean and Sarah. Sarah's at home with her mom and her daughter. She discussed how she missed so much of her daughter's life. I think she's about 6 now. And when she went to prison, her daughter was only 6 months. So she basically said she had to watch her grow up through pictures. But now she's here and she's here to stay. So Sean is over at his house and he's upset because he said he hasn't seen Sarah since she was released and that he's given up so much for her. He was hoping that it would work out. And honestly, I don't feel empathy for Sean because you have 6 kids that you need to take care of. Why would you be moving to an entirely new state for some woman that you met while she was in prison? So Sean calls his ex, his children's mother, to discuss how he feels lonely because Sarah has not come over. She has not seen him in person. But he does send her money. He sent her like $5,000 or $6,000. And Sarah, on the other hand, is just like, I feel like he is pressuring me and he's trying to move too fast. He doesn't respect the fact that I want to take it slow and he's expecting me to jump and move in. But Sean is not understanding because Sarah has not told him that she has a child. So he's expecting that she's free to go. She can do whatever, but really she can't. And in the same instance, Sean has not told her that he has 6 kids. And he is just a hot mess. It's ridiculous at this point, honestly. Especially with the history that he's had with women who were in prison. He just keeps staying in the same cycles. So it's hard to feel bad for him because you put this on yourself. You bring this on yourself. You deal with a certain type of woman. Paige, I don't even know why they keep trying, why they keep going in circles. Like, just give it up. But anyway, Stan asks Lisa if she wants to be exclusive. She says, I thought that's what we were doing. But he said that they never established it. And so now that they are establishing it, Lisa wants him to not message other women anymore and to take down the pictures that he has with his exes off his fireplace, to do whatever it is that she wants to do. And it helps to distract from whatever else she has going on. I just feel like she has other things going on that are sneaky, and it's not coming out because she's always pointing out what Stan is doing wrong. And to be honest, I don't feel like she really wants to be with this man, but he gives her things and is able to help stabilize her, and she probably really doesn't have many options. All right, so moving on to John and Christiana. They are going forward with their wedding plans. Christiana really wants to find out where Tara is because She hasn't spoken to her since she's had to move out of John's house, and she said that she feels bad because Tara has open charges, and because of her release conditions, Christiana cannot live and be in a house with somebody who has open charges. And I don't know why she feels bad. I can see her not want her sister to go and fall back into the cycle of drug addiction, but this girl told you that she tried to kiss your husband and said that she did it because you weren't there and just like had no remorse for it. Why are you upset? I mean, my sister would never do anything like that to me personally, but if she did, I don't want to speak to you again. I don't really care about what's going on with your life. But at the same time, I guess if she accepted her husband back, that she should accept her sister back and forgive them both. But it couldn't be me, honey. All right, so Brittany and Marcelino. Marcelino had stormed off and left because Brittany had not told him that the money that they invested for the sober house had been stolen by one of the partners. So she was worried because he had not returned, and then when he finally did return, he was kind of ignoring her. But they discussed it, and they were planning to try to go over to the sober house to confront the man who stole the money. Now, this whole situation still perplexes me because if I go into business with somebody, they would not have sole control over the bank account or bank accounts, anything to do with finances where I'm not able to check and see what's going on. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't trust people enough. So when you have a group of people who are all addicts or former addicts in recovery, something is bound to go haywire because at any moment somebody can relapse, take all the money and run. So I mean, hopefully they can recoup something, but if they are believing that this man is back on drugs and stole all of the money, I don't know how you're going to get that money back. Like, you may sue him, but if he doesn't have anything, how are you going to get those funds? Okay, so back to Stan and Lisa. Stan and Lisa asked Stan to go and see a pastor, I guess, for some counseling. She's saying that she has really gotten into her faith from the last time that she was in prison, and that Stan was a really big part of that, and that Stan went to church and he was married for over 30 years, so he thought that he knew how to be a good husband. So they go to the church and they sit down with the pastor, and she basically was like, "Oh, I'm looking for commitment, or I was looking for commitment, but I found out that he was talking to an ex." And Stan is like, "Okay, you're blowing this out of proportion." She texts me, and I just text her back to see how she's doing. And so Lisa goes on to tell the pastor that they met on a site where basically she would exchange money for sex. And the pastor asks Stan, like, what is the basis for him remaining in this relationship? And Lisa said it was sex. And Stan was like, well, we haven't done that in a while. So what are you saying? I'm around you and I'm with you because I like you. I really like you and I like your energy. And I just, you seem like a happy person before. And she says, well, you make me miserable. And Lisa has the right to feel however she wants to feel, or based off her experiences, she has the right to feel the way she does. But I just felt like there was no purpose of them going to this counselor because it seems like she wanted to point out everything that Stan was doing instead of discussing like how they could work on things together. What are they both doing that is causing some rift rift in their relationship. And then for her to say, like, sometimes I wish that I was back in my jail cell. I don't know what Stan is doing so horribly that, like, you would rather be in jail or prison than being in the free world, being able to do what you want. Now, Stan seems a little bit needy, but you're pretty much free to go come and go as you please. But it just seems that, like, this is not what Lisa wants. Like, she doesn't really want Stan, but this is the best option for her right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I just feel like a part of this is Lisa using spirituality or religion and stuff as manipulation tactics to get Stan to do what it is that she wants him to do. Because just even like in how y'all met, I don't know what type of expectations you were having for him. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know what you guys were talking about on the phone while you were in jail, but there's deception on both sides when you are dealing with people in a relationship when one person is prison and one person is free, because you have all these dreams and things that you want to attain, but it's just not reality. Christiana and her mom, they are going to look at a wedding dress. So they're still doing these wedding plans, and she is still trying to get in contact with Tara. She has not heard from Tara, and neither has her mom. So her mom calls Tara and leaves this voicemail. Like, if you haven't watched it, like, just please go watch for the voicemail that she left, because it was so ridiculous that it was funny. Like, she was just like, I'm gonna send somebody to your door. It started making a loud sound and was like, put down the pipe. You need to talk to me. It was just crazy. It's sad, but it was funny. They're very worried about her because they don't know where she is, but they are assuming that she is back in the streets. And I do understand that that is something that can be scary, because you don't know if that family member um will never come back home again. Like, you are afraid to get that call, especially if they're not checking in with you, because they are in a position of danger. So the episode ends with Sean giving Sarah an ultimatum, basically like, you need to meet up with me or we are going to be done. Which, for me, I don't really believe him, because you moved to that state for that girl. So because she's not meeting up with you, like, this is going to be the end. I don't think so. And then Brittany is, with help from friends, trying to get back into the sober house to try to see if they can confront the man for stealing the money. This episode was a little bit slow, but it had some highlights. So you can let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments below, and I will speak to you next time.